the answers because I want everybody to have time to get to it on their own. We are going to go through the questions together though, so just don't shout out the answer to the strip. I'm going to ask you, is it regular or irregular? It's okay if you say regular or irregular. I just don't want anybody to give out the answer until we're all there together. This first one is broken, so we're going to start here. So here, are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular. What's our rate?
$200?
It's fast. Is it greater than 150?
Yes.
Okay, what's our little protocol for greater than 150?
You have two choices.
SVT,
SVT,
if it's regular.
Yeah, so we're regular. So greater than 150, regular, SVT. So you see how we didn't need to go through all 5 of those questions? Because based off of our protocol, we went down that branch, okay? Good. Our bottom one, are we regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Okay, do we have P waves? No P waves, right? No discernible P waves. What would you call this?
AFib.
Fib. What type of fib is this?
AFib.
AFib, good job. Our rate is around 80. Let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So my trees and then my forest, see how my forest is chaotic? It's all different, right? Our top one, are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular. Do we have P waves?
No.
No. What's our rate?
140.
140. I can't. It's okay. Yeah, you're kind of cut off. I don't know if you want to come sit right here so you can see. Okay. So we're at 140. What are my 2 rhythms that have no P waves, that are flat?
Junctional and idioventricular.
Right, junctional and idioventricular. So we have no P waves for one of these 2 rhythms. Is my QRS wide or is it normal?
Normal.
Normal. So it can only be
Junctional.
junctional. And our rate's at 140. So I heard somebody say it, we're junctional tachy. So does everybody see how you work down those 5 answers? Get closer to that, right? It's a little bit better to have it structured like that. All right, bottom one, are we regular or irregular? Regular.
Regular.
Do we have P waves?
Yes.
Yes, we do. They're way back here, right? Right? Do we have a problem with our PR interval?
Yes.
We do. What's wrong with it?
Long.
It's long. Does it remain the same?
Yes.
It does. Okay, so we have a problem with our PR interval. We're thinking
Block.
heart block. We said our rhythm was regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular. So it can only be
First
or
third.
okay, and based off of our PR interval, is 1. It's first degree. See how everything matches all the way? Remember, 3rd degree, we get disjointed, right? So this is normal sinus rhythm with a 1st degree block. That's how we say it. Our QRS is normal. Our PR interval, remember, that's that descriptor. If prophecy shows you this strip, or Reliance shows you this strip and it says, what's the PR interval? You're going to say it's prolonged. You're not going to give a number. You're not going to measure it. You're going to say it's prolonged. Our top one, are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular. Do we have P waves?
Yes.
Yes, we do. They're right here. Okay? So those little blips, those are our P waves. Do we have a problem with our PR interval?
Yes.
Too
We do.
long.
So we're thinking
Block.
heart block. Remember, it's regular. So what 2 heart blocks are regular?
First and third.
1 or 3. Correct. Does this PR interval match this PR interval?
No.
So can this be 1st degree?
No.
No. So it has to be
Third.
okay. Protocol, pathway. Okay. Our bottom one, are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
We're right here. Here.
It's regular.
Sorry. That's okay. Yeah, you got a little. Okay, so we're regular. Do we have P waves?
Yes.
Do we have a problem with our PR interval?
Yes.
Does everybody see that? This PR interval here, does it match this one
No.
here? No. And does that match that one there? No. So we have a problem with that PR interval. So we're thinking heart block. We said we're regular, right? So it can only be or
First or third.
1 or 3. Are these fixed PR intervals?
No.
So can that be 1st degree?
No.
So it has to be
Third.
okay. This one's also a measurement question. It's asking us to measure this QRS. Remember, prophecy gives us these weird, tricky strips. A lot of these we're not going to see in real life. They're drawn very specifically because prophecy, the Reliance testing service, they want you to think about the theory behind what makes a third degree block a third degree block. So it's asking us to measure this QRS complex. We're gonna start right here, right? Because that's where my plane takes off, right? And then my plane ends, comes back right here, right? So we go up in the air, a little submarine, up in the air again, down. So we're going over 1, 2.5 boxes, almost 3 boxes. So 0.12, okay? Now, the test is not so tricky that your answer choices, it's a multiple choice question, right? It's not gonna give you answer choices. If this was the real answer, 0.12 was the real answer, your answer choices will not be 0.1, 0.11, 0.12, 0.13. That would just be me, right? Your answer choices will look like 0.12, it'll look like 0.08, 0.2, 0.16, or something like that. So as long as you can get close, you're gonna go with whatever answer choice is closest to what you've got, okay?
Can you measure that one again?
Yes. So we're going 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We're right on that line, just a hair before it, but it's pretty much right there, so 0.12 is what I would go with. Top one, are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Do we have P waves?
Yes.
Do we have any problems with our PR interval?
No.
No.
It remains the same, right? Is it
Sinus
less than 5
rhythm.
boxes?
Yes.
It remains the same. What's our rate?
70.
70? It's okay. Do you want to come sit right here? So we're 70 around to 80. Is our QRS, is it wide or is it normal?
Normal.
Normal. So everything about this is normal, right?
Yes.
Okay, what rhythm is that?
Sinus rhythm.
Great job. This is asking us to measure our PR interval. I like this one because he falls on this line right here. You see that? And then we're going to end it right here. You see that? So we're going to go over 1, 2, 3 boxes. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I don't have enough fingers. Okay. Bottom one, are we regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Do we have P waves?
Yes.
Do we have a problem with our PR interval? You don't need to look all the way down here. Start over here. Do we have a problem with this PR interval?
Yes.
What's wrong with it?
Long.
It's long. We
Long.
start here. We go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's almost 7 boxes, right? So we already know right off the bat that it's long. That's a problem with my PR interval, right? So I'm thinking, and I know that we're irregular, so it has to be a
Second degree.
second degree. We gotta figure out what kind of second degree. Does this interval match that one?
No.
What's happening?
Longer.
It's getting longer, and then it's getting even longer, and then it's, and then it happens again, right? Shorter, longer, so much longer that it's gonna be way back here in the T wave, you can't see it, and then it's gonna drop. Is that a pattern or not a pattern?
That pattern.
It's a pattern. What type of second degree heart block is this?
One.
I mean, degree type 1, I know what you mean, I know what you mean. Second degree type 1. That's that pattern. I can predict when Karen's not coming home, right? So I want first place, right? Bad roommate, she's winner because I can predict it, so I can go do whatever I want to do, right? I'm not waiting on her to tell me her plans, okay? Our top one, are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular. Do we have P waves? Don't count that as a P wave, guys. Remember, true P wave, that's that cute little dome. This is very wide. This is just our electricity coming back over, okay? It's also not tall enough. Remember, a true little P wave is that dome, and it's usually a box tall. This is a half a box at best, okay? So I'm not gonna count that as a P wave. So we're flat. What are my 2 rhythms that are flat?
Junctional and idioventricular.
Good. What's the difference between junctional and idioventricular?
QRS narrow on the narrow and wide on the
Yeah.
idioventricular.
So are we wide or are we skinny?
Wide.
So it has to be a type of,
Idioventricular.
what's our rate?
80.
80.
80. Good job. So we are a,
Accelerated idioventricular.
than 60. Right, 50. It's greater than 50. So remember, junctional, 60, less than 60, 60 to 100, 100 to 150. Idioventricular is off by 10. So it's 50 and then 50 to 100. Okay. Bottom one, we saw this, we talked about this extensively. Any wild guesses?
VFib.
What type of VFib?
Course.
Good. We know it's V-fib because why?
Because,
Do my R to R's match?
no.
So remember, V-tach, my R to R's match. V-fib, they do not. Any wild guesses on this one? I'm gonna let you.
Flutter,
Yeah.
so.
So we're flutter. It doesn't really matter if we're regular or irregular. Remember, with flutter, we're looking for this. Remember that forest ground, and it's the same forest over and over. That's that shoe in the dryer, right? Going round and round and round. Okay. Our bottom one, are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Irregular. Do we have P waves?
Yes.
Yes. Do we have any problems with our pure interval?
No.
No.
No, it remains the same, right?
Yes.
So no problems with our pure interval. What about our QRS? Is our QRS okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's normal and skinny, right? It's about 1-2 boxes across, 1.5 boxes across, really, something like that. So everything's normal, but we're irregular, right? What would that be? PAC, where's my PAC? I'm gonna go across. What
third one.
number?
The third one.
The
it
third
came
one.
early.
Right here. This is a TP. So remember when we were looking at our P waves, did we look at the shape of them? We didn't. We have a little dome. This one's a little bit taller. That's my TP. That's my PAC. This is gonna be a tricky strip as well, guys, because a lot of people wanna call this, again, a block. Remember, we said we did not have a problem with our pure interval. It remains the same, right? And it's less than 5 boxes. So can it be a heart block? No. And can it be some kind of ventricular rhythm? No. So process of elimination, you're gonna look through your answer choices, your 4 answer choices, you're gonna get to sinus rhythm with a PAC, okay? One of the other answer choices on this is gonna be sinus rhythm with a PVC. Is there something wrong with my V, my ventricle? No. So can this be a PVC? No. Okay. Top one. I'm gonna let y'all think it through.
Irregular.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all think it through and try to get to it on your own. We're gonna start moving to that. I've been walking you through it, so go through it on your own. And nobody say it out loud. We're gonna say it out loud together.
Wink a bit.
Ask yourself. We'll go through the 5 steps together at the end. Okay. We regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Do we have P waves?
Yes.
Do we have any problems with our PR interval?
Yes.
So we're thinking.
Heart block.
Block.
Okay. What type of heart block?
Second degree.
Second degree.
Okay, second degree. How do we know what type of second degree?
The PR interval should be
So are we fixed or do we have a pattern?
fixed.
So it's gotta be a second degree.
Type 2.
Good job. Second degree type 2. So did everybody get there? Did anybody not get there? And it's okay if you don't wanna raise your hand or anything, but it's okay if you didn't. So remember, and for some of you, this is gonna take looking at this sheet and just really sitting down and studying the differences. Because if you don't memorize the differences, you're not gonna be able to get to follow the pathway, right? You see here, we're fixed. This is the one with the 6 boxes. We start right here. We go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then again, right here my plane takes off. We're gonna go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're fixed, but with dropped beats. Karen's coming home at the same time every night. I don't know based off her coming home later or not, because she's the same time every night. So I don't know when she's not gonna come home, right? So it's fixed, but with dropped beats. She's in second place as a roommate. Bad roommate, she's not communicating with me, right? Okay, bottom one. Regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular. Do we have P waves?
No.
Okay, so we're flat, right? What are my 2 rhythms that are flat?
Junctional and idioventricular.
Okay, is our QRS wide or is it skinny?
Skinny.
Okay, so it's gotta be a type of,
Junctional.
okay, what's my rate?
It's fast. 10.
10.
100.
Okay, so
Accelerated.
accelerating, that's correct. Now, you're gonna get to here, because we all counted 10, right? And we're like, oh my gosh, is it accelerated or is it tachy? Okay, 100 or less, accelerated. 101 or more, tag it, okay? The other way you can figure this out, remember that 1500 method, when in doubt. So I counted 10 and I'm in doubt of myself, right? I can't remember which category it falls into. You're gonna count by fives. So you land on this bold line, you're gonna go over 5, 10, 15 and a half, which is 96, which falls into the accelerated category, okay? Top one. Yeah, I heard some people say.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
So are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Is our rate greater than 150?
Yes.
So our protocol, greater than 150, regular.
SVT.
Got it. This one's also gonna ask us to measure our QRS. Look at this, we're one box across. We start here, we end here, right? One box, so 0.04. Bottom one. Are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Do we have any P waves?
No.
So we're flat. What are my two flat rhythms? What's going on with our QRS? Is it wide?
No.
I heard some people say it's wide. Let's measure it. We start here, we go over 1, 2, that's roughly 3 boxes. And again, 1, 2, right at 3.
Junction accelerate.
So just regular
Junction
junction,
regular.
we're at 50 or less. If we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, we're at 50.
Beta.
Are we gonna shock it?
Yes.
Yes. We are gonna shock it.
Yes.
Remember, asystole, we don't shock. VTAC, you got electricity, so we're gonna shock it. It's okay, guys, I'm
Flip
not
the
asking.
rhythm.
It's okay. All right, our bottom one,
Regular.
regular. Do we have P waves?
No P wave.
No.
Junction.
So we're, or,
Junctional.
Idioventricular or junctional?
and your QRS?
It's narrow, so
So we're
junctional.
gonna do 1, 2, 3.
Regular. Correct, regular plain old function. This next one I'm gonna let everybody work through on their own. So don't say anything out loud again. We'll do a random. Work them on. Okay, we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular. Don't let the nub trip you up, okay? He's still regular, okay? So we're regular. Do we have P waves?
No.
Flat, so we're thinking it's either
Junctional.
Junctional.
Or idioventricular.
K. Our QRS is
Wide.
so it has to be,
Video.
and its speed is
50.
So we're just,
Brady.
Accelerate.
yeah. Good job. Did everybody get
I
there?
have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because it says there if it's less than 50, then it's idioventricular.
So 50
50
or
above,
less.
it should be accelerated. And that's 50, right?
So 50 or less, regular. 51 and above, accelerated. When in doubt, it's a regular rhythm, so let's do the 1500 method.
Okay.
Okay. I like our nubs because he falls on a line, right? So we're gonna take 1, 2, 3, save those for later. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33. That's 45 beats per minute. Okay? So when in doubt, and it's a regular rhythm, it's that 50,
Okay.
1500 method. Our bottom one, are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Do we have P waves?
Yes.
We do. This is my one exception to my little dome, at least one box tall rule. This is a P wave. It is replicable enough that I am gonna consider it a P wave, okay? I could take this little small P wave here and copy it and paste it on top of all my other ones, and they're the same. So that is gonna be a P wave. Okay, so we have our PR interval measurement. We're gonna measure this one right here. We start here. Everybody see my little plane? It's a short flight, it's a short low flight. It's a crop plane, you know? Anyway, sorry. I like my weird examples. Okay, so we're gonna go over 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. So do we have any problems with our PR interval? No. Our QRS, do we have any problems with? No. So everything's normal, we're just slow, right? So what is that?
That is Brady.
Good job. This one's gonna ask us to measure our QRS. We're about 2 boxes. I fall on a line here. So see how I go down on this line right here, the skinny line? We're gonna go over 1, 2 boxes. That's 0.08. And then again, we're gonna do that 1500 method. So see how I fall on this bold line for my rate? We're gonna go over 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, which is 38 beats per minute. If I only counted, if I didn't do the 1500 method and only counted, I'd get 40, right? That would be a wrong answer because our true answer is 38. Our top one. What's that one look like? I don't know. What is that one?
A flutter.
That's that sawtooth. Oops, I gave it away. They're both A flutter. Here we go. So this is our sawtooth pattern. Y'all see that more jagged one, right? And then this is that flutter pattern. They're both doing the same thing. This is that shoe in a dryer, round and round, and then it gets through. Round and round and round. Same thing down here. This is just that more flutter. So sawtooth, flutter. They still have the same, like if you hold up this to the isoelectric line, you see how bouncy it still is? It's just more jagged. It's like a grasshopper up here, and then like a bunny down here, more rounded. Our top one, I'm gonna let y'all work through on your own.
Tachycard.
Alright, are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Do we have P waves? Do we have any problems with our PR interval?
No.
Our QRS?
No.
Okay, what's our rate?
150.
150, we're right at 150.
Yeah.
Let's do that 1500 method to make sure, right? Do I have one that falls on a bold line?
Yeah, that one.
This one right here.
Uh-huh.
See how he's directly on that bold line?
Yeah.
We're gonna go over 5, 10, and a half.
0.5.
10 and a half. Because we don't fall, you see how this one doesn't fall, the tip of it does not fall directly on that line like this one does? Okay, so 1500 divided by 10.5 is 142. Is that SVT?
No.
it's science
Times tax.
Sinus tachy.
Okay. So this one trips a lot of people up. A lot of people want to call it SVT because they count to 150, right? And they go, 150 is SVT. But they have P waves. So in SVT, remember, your P wave disappears because your T wave comes in and home, eats that P wave. So you merge your T and your P wave. So this couldn't be SVT because we have still a very distinct T wave and a P wave. Got it? Our bottom one. Are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Do we have P waves?
Yes.
We do. Is it that Angelina Jolie, right? They're kicking over to the side. So I have my T wave here. And then my P wave starts right at that angle change. You see that? So my T wave, because it's a faster rate, we're at like 120, 130. My T wave doesn't get to come all the way down before it swept to the side of my P wave. So this is the start of my P wave. Do I have any problems with this PR interval? No. My QRS is it normal?
Yes.
So we're just fast again. What is that?
Sinus tach.
Does everybody see that? What is this one? That's our SVT. So you see how my T wave aged that P wave, right? We can't see it, right? This is greater than 150? Yeah, regular SVT. Down here. Regular or irregular?
Regular.
Do we have P waves? Yeah. We're regular. Do we have P waves? Okay. We're thinking it's either,
Junctional or irregular.
what's our QRS doing?
Narrow.
Skinny. It's skinny. We started out right here, we go over 2, about 2 boxes. So this is one of those QRSs that is looking through like a different lead, right? It's transacting. So while it looks wide, make sure you take the time to slow down and count your boxes. 1, 2 boxes. So it's a skinny QRS. So we're thinking it's a type of junctional. What's our rate?
120. So it's junctional.
Right. Junctional tachy. We're around 120. top one I'll let y'all get to on your own. Okay.
First degree AV block.
Okay, are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Irregular.
Irregular.
We're longer here and shorter here. Do we have P waves?
Yes.
Do we have a problem with our PR interval?
Yes.
So we're thinking,
Hard block.
and we're,
Irregular.
so it has to be a type of
2.
second degree, right? So we're irregular, second degree. How do we decide what type of second degree it is?
The
PR interval. Let's measure this PR interval. On the test, guys, you don't have to count every single PR interval. Here's what I do, right? I take my paper, I mark the start of my PR interval right here with my paper, the edge of my paper, and then I mark where it ends. And then you just line it up. We did this earlier. So that's the same. So that's a fixed PR interval?
Yeah.
It is. So it's fixed, and then we
Drop.
drop. So it's fixed with a dropped beat. Which rhythm is that?
Type 2.
Good job. Second degree, type 2. Our bottom one, are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Do we have P waves? Yes. Do we have a problem with our PR interval? What is wrong with our PR interval? It is. We start way back here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're long. What's our rate?
Regular.
5.
50.
Okay, so we're slow. We've got a problem with our AV, with our PR interval, right? So we're thinking,
Hard block.
and are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Okay, so we're regular, and then does our PR interval remain fixed?
Yes.
It does, so it has to be
Sinus Brady with first degree.
okay. Sinus Brady, because we're at 50 with the first degree bone. Please ignore this guy right here. I have a lot of people that get tripped up by him. That's just noise. That's like extra. Remember, prophecy's tricky. They threw this in. Ignore that, okay? It's not a P wave.
Can you do that one again? I got confused.
Yeah, so are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular. Do we have P waves?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have a problem with our PR interval?
Yes.
Yes, it's long.
It's long, so we're thinking,
Part block,
and we know that we're regular or irregular?
regular.
Regular, so we're regular and it's a heart block, so it can only be,
One
First
or
or third.
3, so it has to be 1.
and it has to be one because we're fixed,
Okay.
okay? What do we call this?
Couplet.
Couplet, that's a couple walking down the street together. Our bottom one I'll let y'all get to on your own. We're almost through, guys. It's on the last one. Remember to measure in multiple places, not just in one. Right, are we regular or
Service rhythm?
irregular? We're regular.
No
Do we have
P-wave
P
band?
waves?
No.
No.
No, so we're thinking it's either,
Junctional or EQ.
okay? What is our QRS doing?
Wide.
Wide.
Wide, so it has to be,
Ventricular.
right, what's, because our rate is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's what makes us at. Good job. Our top one, are we regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular, do we have P waves?
Yes.
Yes. This is not an entire QRS. This is a P wave QRS. It's an ugly strip. Remember, prophecy's tricky. So we have a P wave, QRS, T. P wave, QRS, T. So we do have P waves. Do we have any problems with our PR interval?
No.
No, it's it's normal, less than 5 boxes, we're about, measure this one right here, we leave the line, we go over 1, 2, 3, 4, exactly 5 boxes, so we're good. It remains the same